Hey, and welcome to a weekend vlog in my life in the south of France, featuring some minimalist clothes shopping and my favorite activities to recharge. Here is my first outfit of the day. My favorite leggings from Ina Kess, my Oishot top, Ugg boots, the Longchamp bag and my boyfriend's blazer. Today, my mom and I go to Nice as I wanted to find some new pieces for my minimalist wardrobe. I've recently made this decision to stop buying clothes online and go back to in-store shopping. We first went to Uniqlo, where I instantly saw this white long sleeve that has an included bra, and I totally love this concept. I decided to try it on together with some other pieces. But this top wasn't so nice because you could see the top underneath from far apart, and I felt like the white was a little too white for me. That's honestly why in-store shopping is so key. Online, it's so much easier to talk yourself into something. When you're in-store, you see it on your skin tone, and I feel like it's just so much easier to decide. I sometimes dream of being this person who wears this nice silk or satin long skirt, but even though I have a small figure in these skirts, I always look so bad. It's so unflattering. Does anyone have a similar experience? I feel like I should probably more go for a dress in this style, or maybe I'm just not this kind of person. That's also fine. I recently made a color analysis to find out that I am a soft summer type. I wanted to try some new muted colors, but this weather was definitely too dark for me. We then headed to the next store called Etam. This is actually an underwear store, but as I was on the lookout for some new cozy pants, I felt like this was the right place. And I was absolutely right. I feel like there is nothing more cozy yet chic than a set of matching sweatpants and a sweater. It was so great to have my mom with me because she could quickly make a video of me moving and turning around so I could see if I feel 100% good in this set. And after a lot of "do I really need these?" thoughts, I was 100% sure that I will wear this so often during cold winter in Switzerland, so I decided to get it. I recently had to get rid of my beloved linen pants, so I was on the hunt for a long pair of very light trousers. I instantly fell in love with these trousers, and I cannot wait to wear them every day in spring and summer. We then were so hungry of all that shopping. I found this place where they have these vegan fluffy pancakes for lunch. And while I show you the lovely food we eat, I also have to make a little real talk about the struggles I had that day while shopping. I somehow felt very bad about buying fast fashion. This industry is just so dirty and intransparent. That's why I switched to online shopping, because it was just easier to find fair, sustainable stores. But I just found out that the pieces I bought in store were always the ones I was more happy with. So I did have this inner conflict between shopping online for good brands and shopping in store, but then I could not really find anything else than fast fashion. I shared my struggles with my mom, as she's also the one who taught me very early on to be mindful about what I should buy. She told me this one sentence that was so healing to me. Fast fashion is what you make out of it. Yes, it would definitely be nicer to have more transparent working conditions, etc., but you should focus on the actions that you yourself can make. It's fast fashion if you buy it and throw it after little or no wearing, but it's not fast fashion if you love that piece so much, wear it as often as possible, take good care of it and treat it as a gem. I found that so healing, so fast fashion is what you make out of it is definitely my new mantra. With that fresh mantra in my mind, I was also ready to look for a much needed winter coat for Switzerland. And we walked into Hollister and I found this winter jacket of my dreams. It was exactly how I imagined it in my head. And because we were in store, I literally tried through all the different colors but also sizes to make sure it's the absolute perfect coat for me. I will definitely be so happy back in Switzerland to wear this jacket because I love to go on walks with Ivy, but it's just literally so cold outside. And then we found this cute Taiwanese tea store and I decided to have a bubble tea. And is it shameful to admit that this was my first bubble tea ever and I absolutely loved it? We then headed back home, and can we talk about how beautiful even a train ride in the south of France is? Just so magical. Back home, Ivy was waiting for us. She was on a group walk with her friends that day. A little later, we then went out for our last walk with Ivy and a little dinner for us that wraps up a very exciting, beautiful, emotional, and for me absolute perfect day one of our weekend trip in the south of France. The next day was Sunday and we woke up very early to spend as much time as possible outside. Here is the outfit of the day featuring my new trousers. We first went for a little milk coffee and a croissant, so a very French kind of morning. This croissant was so good, OMG. We then headed towards my favorite dog beach where Ivy is allowed to play and swim. This is approximately a 45-minute walk from our apartment, but in such a beautiful scenery. And here is my favorite place. How pretty is it, please? Honestly, every time I'm here, the world around me stops and I just can't believe how perfect everything is. An absolute dream. We would have never thought to do this in November, but we were actually even able to go into the water. It was such a warm day. Also, Ivy slowly gets used to liking water because in summer it's just so warm here, so I really try to get her used to getting into the water. She is still a bit scared of the waves crashing on the beach though, so I always try to give her confidence to try it. I then even gave her a little swim lesson and she did so well. I was so proud of her. We spent about 3 hours at this beach, swimming, sunbathing, and Ivy just strolling around and doing her own thing. After that, I felt so recharged and healed. Nature is definitely the best therapy. In the afternoon, I then got some work done. I currently work on my bachelor thesis where I analyze how AI influences solopreneurship, so it's definitely a different topic from what I share here, but also something I'm very passionate about. And then here is my last outfit of that day. I was wearing a chiffon ballerina skirt that I sew myself. This is such a small piece to pack and it's very easy to bring it everywhere and to transform my looks into something a little bit more chic. The perfect wrap up for this evening was then a visit at our friend's house. My friends are absolutely obsessed with interior design and they have the most beautiful apartment ever, and even their tableware is better than out of a magazine. It's always such a pleasure to be their guests. I'm so incredibly happy that this community is slowly starting to grow. If you're new here, I would really ask you to introduce yourself in the comments. I really love to hear from you guys. This is really my main reason why I do YouTube, to build this little community, to read and reply to your comments and to start conversation about minimalism, decluttering, no makeup, and capsule wardrobe. And that's it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and I'll talk to you guys soon in the next video next Sunday. Bye!